My question to Mr. Kumaravel is, and I know for a fact that some of his franchisees are actually people who are not at all from this industry. They come from very diverse sectors, your franchisees. I remember meeting one of the franchisees who was an IT professional and started a salon. So now, how do you think, how have you bridged that particular gap with women wherein they did not know what the services were all about and yet understood the business of it and were able to marry the two well?
Yeah, quickly to go back. In fact, I don't have a different view with Kashyap or Ritu. I think I am looking at the problem from one perspective, you are looking at from another perspective. All I was telling is women are able to manage the salon much better, is what I was trying to say. And from a customer standpoint, yes, I completely agree with you. I think the men coming into this segment, that's what I told, that in a unisex environment, both men and women start spending a lot more. In fact, men spend a lot more than women, because earlier they were not having, they were having a very low choice. So to that extent, they have moved up. Coming to your question of
how women could enter the business.
Yeah, how women could enter this business. In fact, till now, I have to very honestly say, me and my wife, we don't know this business, technically. And that is because of that, we are a generalist, we are able to scale up. If we know this business technically, we would not have scaled up. And all our franchise partners who are not from this business are in fact very good. In fact, McDonald's or any of the good franchisors, one of the very important prerequisites is no knowledge of that specific industry.
Sure.
That is what is the franchisor comes into the picture. If the franchisee has the knowledge of the business, then it will not work too well.
No, I think that he's made actually a very good point in terms of some people who might want to be investing in franchise over here, and it really helps greatly. And it is something that more and more we are realizing as a franchise company is that, it's today franchisors are looking for people as investors who actually do not come from that sector. I recently met a company which is into this luxury auto. They have some luxury auto products that they sell. So I don't want to name the brand. They're going to come out with the strategy and all. But what they told me is that we do not want auto people as our dealers or franchisees. Period. He said they come with preconceived notions of what can sell and what cannot sell. In fact, he says it would be much better if you can find me a guy who wants to operate a restaurant and wants to, somebody who might want to open a top-end restaurant, he can come as a franchisee with me. So that is the mindset today which has changed for a franchisor, and as you rightly said, you would rather not actively go out and look for a guy who is from the salon industry, and rather you would probably find somebody completely new who could be your franchisee, which I think is today becoming the increasing norm, because in a franchisee's case, as long as you're disciplined enough to follow the procedures, the systems that the franchisor has created, your business would automatically start growing. But it needs a certain discipline. It does not require any sort of baggage to be carried by you as a franchisee in saying ki ye chalta hai and ye nahi chalta hai. So as long as you're clear about I have to make it work, it's by nature that it ends up working far better. So I think you're right over there in terms of saying that it's better if you're not from the industry and go into a new stream. It will actually help. And that is the beauty of franchising. So coming to you, Mr. Kashyap, what have your set of franchisees been like? Who are the people who come on board with you as franchisees?
Someone who's looking for new business ideas. Someone who are looking for new business ideas, new business ventures. For us, franchising was the best route for expansion. I think there's no other route for expansion better than franchising. It not only gets you on table, the money to get invested, but also a very able, hard-working potential partner who's ready to work with you shoulder to shoulder and make your ventures succeed. So I think it's a fab idea where someone else is investing in your business concept, in your business brand, and moreover, in you. So when we look at franchising for us, we made it a little bit, tweaked the model a little bit, and we started partnering in each and every franchising unit. So every unit of ours, wherever you see Aura, we are 50% partner or a 30%, whatever it is, to control the quality, to control the systems, to control the checks. But at the same time, we take our franchisee as not a franchisee, but as our partner who works hand in hand for the success of that unit. And people who join us are the ones who would want to venture out, as I said earlier, into a business where they get able support. And we coming in as a partner in the unit also gives them a lot of more confidence that a company is a part of the entire thing. So for us, I think someone who gets into business and wants to explore new venture with an able brand, with a proven concept.
So typically, what is the background of a person who comes on board as a franchisee?
What we have seen in the last few years is the second generation. What we have seen, like that's my personal view. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't speak for others, but for us, it is basically who has like their son, their daughters, who have educated abroad, have come down. They want to start a business venture, so they look at such options. So most of our franchisees in our family are people from the second generation, because they are the one who want to explore. They are the one who don't want to join their family business. They are the one who want to do something new.
Sure.
So the young, new blood is what we get as our franchise partners.
No, I think that's fantastic. So, he has a right take that probably the young are probably more attracted to the business, both as customers as well as business owners. In the coming times, that's the way it looks to be. So at this stage, I'll also open the floor open for discussion. If you have any questions, I'd like to see some raise of hands, which we can actually ask our panelists. But in the meantime, I will continue the discussion over here. Why franchising, Mr. Kumarave? Why did you not think that you could probably go that, and you come from South where it's become almost like religion that you raise money and you then open your more stores, and then you take another Series B round of funding, and then you go out and open more stores, and then probably do an IPO. So why did you not choose to go this route and in fact decided to go the franchise route for growth?
I think Kashif has said it very nicely. I think it's very important that what's franchising? Franchising is using other people's time and money, if you put it bluntly. But if you round it off, franchising is using other people's time and money responsibly. When you put the word responsibility to the equation gains power. You not only get a person who is coming with money, he is also a person who is coming with heart. He will ensure the project is successful. So we have a salon, we have few company-owned salon where we say the last appointment is by 8:30, and if a customer walks in by 8:31, the manager will say no, we cannot take an appointment. If it is a franchise-run salon, he will somehow convince the service providers to stay back and ensure the customer is satisfied. Thus, he is not only making money for today, he is also building a tomorrow. And that's the heart with which the franchise system works. That's powerful. My thing is think big, think fast, think ahead. Ideas are no one's monopoly, said Dhirubhai Ambani. And franchising will give you the speed. Think speed. We have one idea, we now know to run the salon. How am I going to run the salon all over the country or even more? Only franchising alone can do. Instead of taking a PE fund and answering to one person, each and every one of our franchise, as Kashif was rightly saying, is a franchise partner. And he is coming with money and he is coming with the hard work. And if you treat him well, he is a big boon for you and he is a big boon for himself.
Sure. You have a view on this? Why you decided to bring franchisees on board and not maybe go your own?
Franchising is like a turbo engine for your expansion. Seriously. And it gives you the wings and you can fly. If you have a good concept, a good business plan, not only spa salon, any proven good product.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think the franchising would be the future in India.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the larger message that we've been trying to get with this session across is that, of course, today there are lots of businesses, and while we picked up one category for you today, which is the salon business and the health beauty sector, but there are a lot of sectors in India today which have a lot of opportunity that needs to be explored. Food is one such sector. Education is another sector. and probably lots of other business services and lots of other consumer services which today have a great case for a business to be opened and a business to be explored and a business to be scaled up. So I think we need to just keep or be a little open in terms of finding those opportunities. And if you've got the business right, then franchising can be a great support system which can help you scale up, and probably, you know, your dream needs to be big. Franchising can certainly support you with that dream. So thank you very much for our panelists who've given some great insights to us on this juncture on how franchising can be a very big business. And you know, having said that, I'll also conclude by saying that as a franchisee, you don't need to think of yourself only that all your life you're going to be small business owners. You need to build up an appetite to become a big business owner. You know, even the biggest of franchisees in the US, the people they were referring to, Supercuts, the single franchisee owns about 100 stores, 200 stores of Supercuts, or a good McDonald's franchisee owns anywhere between 75 to 100 stores in the US. So even the franchisees have as big an appetite to become business owners out in those countries as probably the franchisor does in terms of owning in thousands. And you know, a business can really be as big as you want it to be. Your aspiration has to be big. So having said that, I'll close the session over here. Thank you to our panelists for the great discussion.